Now that the 2023 season is in the books, which highly touted rookies passed the test with flying colors?
And the 2023 AP Rookie of the Year is CJ Stoud.
How about we dive into 5 players from the 2023 NFL Draft that already look like busts after just 1 year, and 5 that look destined to enjoy superstardom. Bust, Bryce Young. Let us emphasize that Young has plenty of time to shed the bust label. But we will say this, if the Carolina Panthers had a mulligan, they probably wouldn't take the Alabama QB with the first overall pick. Young completed only 59.8% of pass attempts for 2,877 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions, losing 14 of his 16 starts. And let's not forget that backup Andy Dalton had a superb outing in place of an injured Young in Week 3 with 361 yards and 2 touchdowns against the Seattle Seahawks. So you can't really blame Young's supporting cast here. If Dalton could make it work for one day, I think Young could too. And to make matters even worse, the Panthers finished as football's worst team in 2023 with a 2-15 record. And that gave the Bears first dibs on Caleb Williams, a QB with way more upside than Young. Ooh, ouch. To think Carolina could have either A, taken Stoud, or B, just kept all their picks and tanked for Caleb this year. Better hope that Young can figure it out in year 2, huh? Superstar CJ Stoud. Say it loud and proud, Texans fans. His name is CJ Stoud. 2023 was supposed to be a year of growing pains for the rookie signal caller out of Ohio State. Yet all Stoud did was lead the Texans to a surprise AFC South Division crown, having thrown for 4,108 yards, 23 touchdowns, and only 5 interceptions. Stoud set 2 ridiculous records in year 1 too. Most pass attempts without an interception to begin a career with 191, and most passing yards in a game by a rookie signal caller with 470. The magic carried over to the postseason too, where Stoud led the Texans to a blowout win over the Cleveland Browns. They ultimately bowed out to the Baltimore Ravens in the divisional round, but not before Stoud and rookie head coach DeMeco Ryans quickly turned this dysfunctional franchise back into a juggernaut. Bust, Quinton Johnston. The Los Angeles Chargers' decision to use the number 21 pick on TCU wideout Quinton Johnston was rather interesting. You know, considering that they already had 2 elite wideouts in Mike Williams and Keenan Allen, not to mention doodle running back Austin Eckler. Even with Allen and Williams combining to play just 16 games, Johnston wasn't able to step in and develop into much of a playmaker for Justin Herbert. Johnston only caught 38 receptions for 431 yards and 2 touchdowns. Johnston's disappointing rookie year was just one of several things that went wrong for the Bolts in 2023. After losing 9 of their first 14 games, head coach Brandon Staley and GM Tom Telesco were finally fired. Can new head coach Jim Harbaugh unlock Johnston's potential and shed that bust label once and for all? Well, stay tuned. Superstar Ronnie Hickman Jr. Hickman Jr. did not get enough recognition for his contributions on the Cleveland Browns' suffocating defense in 2023. The Ohio State product signed with the Cleveland Browns as an undrafted free agent, but even Browns coaches couldn't have possibly expected him to perform like a veteran All-Pro in year 1. Though he suited up for just 10 games and only made 4 starts, Hickman Jr. performed like a superstar the moment that he took to the field. He had 1 interception and 3 pass defenses. Per Pro Football Reference, Hickman Jr. only allowed 5 completions in coverage all season long, and only a 44.9 passer rating when targeted. Pro Football Focus graded Hickman as the 4th best rookie of the regular season at 86.6. If you thought Cleveland's defense was scary in 2023, we can only say this: you ain't seen nothing yet. Bust, Monty Smith. The Monty Smith pick was one of the more surprising selections of the 2023 NFL Draft. The Dallas Cowboys had enough talent in the front 7, and Smith was a considerable reach there by Jerry Jones and company. Smith only saw 28% of the Cowboys' defensive snaps in 2023. He tallied 1 sack and had 13 combined tackles in 17 game appearances. PFF graded Smith at 49.8 on the season. Clear-cut evidence that, well, he simply did more harm than good on the field. Not only that, but they had him down for a woeful 34.9 run defense grade in 2023. To think, the Cowboys could have taken future star and subsequent round 2 pick like Joey Porter Jr., Sam Laporta, or Brian Branch instead. Historically speaking, Jerry almost always aces his first-round draft picks. But, well, Smith's lackluster rookie year has us worried that this will be a rare day 1 miss by America's team. Superstar JR Gibbs. Perhaps no 2023 draft selection was more highly scrutinized than the Gibbs pick.
It's definitely higher than I saw him mocked a lot of places, that's for sure. At 12, I don't know.
JR Gibbs, I'm kind of scratching my head after that one.
Even though they had just signed 1,000-yard rusher David Montgomery in free agency, the Lions decided to use the number 12 pick on Alabama running back JR Gibbs. Even if the Lions hadn't signed Montgomery, taking a running back that early was simply a mind-numbing mistake. Or so we all thought. All Gibbs did as a rookie was rack up 945 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns in 15 games. Gibbs' efforts helped the Lions to a trip to the NFC Championship game, also their first appearance there since 1991. They dropped a heartbreaker to the San Francisco 49ers, but not before accomplishing the franchise's most successful season in the Super Bowl era. Bust, Brian Brey. The New Orleans Saints' obsession with reaching for defensive linemen in the opening round sure is, something. Marcus Davenport in 2018, Peyton Turner in 2021, and, now Brian Brey in 2023. The trifecta is now complete. Taking Brey was a bit of a head-scratcher, given the strong depth on the Saints' defensive line already. And sure enough, a team in win-now mode added even more confusion to this pick by only using Brey as a rotational piece. Though he appeared in all 17 games, Brey didn't start any contests and saw 49% of the Saints' defensive snaps. PFF graded Brey at a disappointing 45.5 on the year. His run defense was practically non-existent, as New Orleans' usually stingy defense allowed an alarming 119.9 rushing yards per contest. Like the Monty Smith pick for Dallas, we are extra critical of the Brey selection because this was not a position of need for New Orleans. We'll see if Dennis Allen and company can somehow unlock the Clemson product's potential here in 2024. Superstar Devin Witherspoon. The Seattle Seahawks got the number 5 pick, courtesy of the Denver Broncos in the Russell Wilson era, and they sure made the most of it. The Seahawks were among the bigger disappointments here in 2023, but Witherspoon single-handedly gave the Seattle faithful a lot to look forward to over the long run. A secondary headlined by Witherspoon, Rick Woolen, and Kobe Bryant? Sign us up! Witherspoon was a beast in coverage for the Seahawks, racking up 16 pass defenses to go along with 1 interception, 1 forced fumble, and 3 sacks. Witherspoon finished his rookie year as PFF's 4th highest graded cornerback. Bust, Tyrie Wilson. Many projected Wilson to be a top 5 pick, so it felt like a minor steal for the Las Vegas Raiders when they got the Texas Tech defensive end at number 7 overall. But Wilson was anything but a steal for the Raiders, at least here in year 1. Wilson appeared in all 17 games, but wasn't a designated starter for any of them. He had 3.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and 29 combined tackles. In all, Wilson saw 44% of the Raiders' defensive snaps in 2023. PFF had Wilson down for a brutal 47.1 grade on the year. More proof that he was mostly a liability when on the field.
Yes. Hey!
Superstar Puka Nacua. Raise your hand if you had the Rams' 5th-round pick, 177th overall, crafting the best year among his 2023 draft class companions. What's that? None of you? Yeah, that's what I thought. Exactly. Lo and behold, the BYU product emerged as the Rams' new number 1 receiver, taking the crown from former Super Bowl MVP Cooper Kupp. Nacua led all rookies with 105 receptions and 1,486 receiving yards, both new single-season records for a rookie. Nacua helped the Rams to a 10-win season and playoff appearance, where they nearly fell to the Detroit Lions on Super Wildcard Weekend. For good measure, Nacua had 181 receiving yards and a TD in his season finale. An absolute gem of a find by Sean McVay and company. But what other players from the 2023 NFL Draft already look like busts? And which ones already look like superstars? Let us know in the comment section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton. And hey, we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.